Hi guys, so I just got a delivery and I know it is the Diamond Press Ultimate Card Making Auto Ship. Yay! It's so impressive because, like, honestly, when the package comes in, it's like nice and heavy because it's a lot of stuff in here. I just love when these come in, and I know it's not quite available on HSN yet, but when it does get there, I'll have it linked in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So this, like I said, this set isn't quite available yet. I think they just launched on there, like the extras from the Halloween kind of set, and I made a video at the time, I believe. Or maybe I already had one out. I don't remember. But I'll link whatever's available as far as these auto ships, because they're just awesome. I really love these. And again, yeah, I received like the Ultimate Card Making Kit for review, of course. But I also bought one because I wanted to get the auto ships. So here it is. This is the one for September. Oh, the one for November is so cool. Like, I'm just so looking forward to it. I think it was like a year and a half worth of auto ships, or maybe almost 2 years. So, again, this came from the Ultimate Card Making Kit, where they had offered like a marquee, which I already have a couple of them, so I didn't have to pick that up. But I did get the box, right, with the boxes, with the storage and all that, and then the Ultimate set that came originally. And this is like the 5th or 6th auto ship, maybe the 5th one. I don't know. I'll have the correct information there in the title and the description box. But as you can see, it comes with our little different items, a little tree. I think I already have a tree that's similar, or if not this exact tree, excuse me, from a previous set, but it looks very familiar, at least from Diamond Press. And then it has like the little garlands and things. I mean, the slimline dies, which we'll take a look at in just a minute. We have these little like lace border dies that have nesting words, and then they all mix and match back to any of the lace, or not lace, but the border dies from the other collections. So sometimes they look lacy, and sometimes they're just like different designs, obviously. And then the stencils. So again, big stencils, so they're just showing you like what that might look like on a slimline or 5x7 or A2. You know, really cool. And then I never noticed that the stencils have names, so I'll try to remember to see the names that they have on there. And these are the stamps. So again, you know, you're gonna stamp like, we wish you a Merry, and then maybe Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So wish you a Merry Christmas. You know, from our home to yours, season greetings. Obviously, pair it up. So different ways to mix and match the stamps, which I'm sure are nice and big. And some inspo here. These are all computer generated, so what you get might look a little bit different, obviously, than a computer generated image. Comes with 4 pockets. Was it 4? Yeah, and 4 labels, and of course I store them too. Like, I put the stencils in one, and then I put the stamps and dies in the other, so then I have 2 left over for something else. Excuse me. So I suppose you can put everything together in one pocket and then have 3 pockets left over, but I like to keep the stencils separate because I feel like they're a little more delicate, you know, with the different cutaways and everything. So let's open these guys up. Oh, mine accidentally has 2 packs, it looks like. Yeah, okay, well, I have 2 packs of stencils there. It should have 1, obviously. Snowflakes, and again, larger sizing on these guys. So let me see what we have here. 9 inches. I'm looking at the stenciling area itself by 5 1/4, I would say. And then the stencil is obviously larger than that. You can tape around there. So we have the snowflakes, really pretty. We have candy cane stripe. What's cool about this one is you can go this way and do your stenciling, then maybe turn it and then do the stenciling, and you'll have like a plaid pattern. That makes sense. So that's cool. We have holly berry. You're saying the Halle Berry. Really cute. Again, you can run this through paper with your embossing sandwich that you would usually use to like emboss with a rubber mat, and you get that stenciling on your paper, or that texture. Oh, and here's a Merry plaid. I don't say, do these go together? Kind of, maybe. You could possibly get those to work if you kind of place it where you think it would look best. Possibly. So, very good. And then the cutting folder for the marquee. Of course, if you have any machine that cuts any thin metal dies, you can use these thin metal dies in those machines. I do get that question very often. Let's see here. So, again, this border die, it's 8.5 by almost an inch and a half. I would say an inch and a third or so. And then you have drop-ins that say Merry Christmas and Merry and Bright, that again you can switch, mix and match with all the other ones that you have from the previous sets. And then this guy should be, it's about 8, I guess on the cutting line it's 8 by 3, just over 3. Maybe 8 by 3. So it mats into an 8.5 by 3.5 very nicely. And then from there you have smaller areas. This one cuts a whole frame. It does cut that inner part away. It has like little hollies and like little candy cane stripe. This one has like little snowflakes around there. Oh, look at this one, with like little curlies. It looks like a Hostess cupcake curl. So cute. And then this little kind of label guy, I really like that. That's gonna be good for different stamps. And then we have our little trees again. The larger tree is about 4 1/4 inches. You know, at the very width, it's like 4, and then smaller, of course. Little gifts, little things to decorate the tree and the gifts, I suppose. We have garlands and candy canes, and then the candy cane with like the little dots, or like the stripy part, should I say. Star for your tree. And of course, the stuff that cuts out of here is really cute. Actually, look at this. Look at the little sprigs that are cutting out of here. How adorable are those to just have them? Cute. And then these are the stamps. Again, a pretty good size. I mean, look at this Joy and Love. That's crazy. Oh, look at the Merry Christmas. Oh, how cute. So that's already the shape of the Christmas tree, basically, if you wanted to cut that out. And okay, so you know, we'll just put together a little something right quick. So let me grab some papers and I'll be right back. Okay, so just to start off, I'm gonna cut slimline card base. I'm just using white paper, so it's already 8.5 by 11. So I need to cut 7 at 7 inches on the other side, and there's that. And then we're just gonna score it at 3.5, so we end up with an 8.5 by 3.5 inch paper, or card base, should I say. Full disclosure, it's been a couple days because I started doing something else, and I'm like, oh, I need to finish up that video, which I don't like to do because like I just like to look at the things and start working with them. So now I'm like, I don't know what I want to do, since I've been looking at it and I've had a couple days to kind of mull it over, and I'm like, that's not my favorite thing. I like to just get to it, you know. Let's see here. So, oh, and then I'm going to use this paper. Unfortunately, I think this is a 4 size paper because I want to use this for the little frame die, this one, the outer one. And even though this is like whatever we measure, 8 1/4 or whatever it was that we measured, I don't remember right now. It barely goes edge to edge, and I don't like doing that just in case it moves and I only have this much left. So I'm going to do it this way. And we'll run this guy through. And for right now, that's all I'll do, because when I come back, I think I want to do some... Oh, not leaving too much space there for myself again. A little stenciling and stuff like that. So I'm going to run this through and I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, very nice. I mean, look at that. Super clean. Didn't have to do anything. So it seems, you know, it's a little bit smaller. I always like to put something in the background. So I think... because I was going to use this one too. I thought, why not, like some of the inspo there, just layering up a bunch of different things. But if I have that, and then if I have this... Oh, you know what? That looks pretty, though. A lot of times, like I said, I like having something in the background, but let's do this one, and let's use some light blue paper. Let me grab some light blue paper and some ink, and I'll be right back. Okay, so put that to the side. I just grab this paper. It's a little bit darker blue than I was thinking, but I think it'll work. And we have these pieces, so I'll put those over here. And I just have some blue ink and this guy. And maybe I should put a piece of scrap paper. I was not going to, but let's put a little something behind here. Okay, and I'm just gonna hold it. If you want to tape it down, you know, whatever. I'm gonna basically die cut that part, so I'm just gonna put some stenciling down, and then I'll just cut out from wherever I like. Okay, let's see what we got. Not bad, a little bit more. Oh, I like that. Okay, it's really just soft. So like in this area, I'll just cut from here. Okay, I'm gonna roll that through and I'll be right back. Okay guys, oh, how cute. So we have that layer. And while I'm stenciling and I have this scrap paper out, what I'm going to do is also do a little stenciling with some green paper, and I'll use that for my Christmas trees that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to place this here. And you know, I might take this one down just a little bit, because I really do want to get all of this going. And let's put this guy back. And let me just use this with its little sponge dauber. Ah, okay, there we go. And even though it has been a couple days, I know this, well, it depends when you're watching, it's still not quite available on HSN, but I'm sure it'll get there soon. And of course, I'll let you guys know when that happens. Oh, that's a little bit delicate right there, that little area, so I'm probably going to stop swirling and do a little pouncing. It just depends on the stencil. Like, look at it and see what kinds of images it has, what kind of delicate areas. So sometimes swirling is fine, but sometimes pouncing is better. So just gonna do that and fill this in. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm done. Always take a peek before you really move everything. A little more there. I don't really know where I'm going to be cutting on this one. Okay, cute. Alright, and let me get the dies that are the tree dies. So we have this one. Ooh, I might cut it from this side. I was just making it, and I probably will have 2 trees. So something like that, just to have a little texture. So I'm gonna run both of these guys through, and I'll be right back. Okay. I have these 2 guys. Cute. Let's bring back our other stuff. So we have this, and then we would have this, and then I want to use that border die, and then this guy will be here, and this guy will be here, you know, a little bit decorated. Now, I didn't really look at the size of this, so this is obviously sticking out. It's bigger than the card base, but I'll probably put it up there. Yeah, and this guy here. And then, I don't know if the border die is going to... if the wording will be visible. Let me clean up just a little bit. I'll be right back. So as I was doing that, what I was wanting to do is see how big this would be, like Merry and Bride or Merry Christmas. I'm not sure which one, but let's say we're going to use this Merry Christmas. And then we have the border die. How much of that's going to show. But as I was looking at that, I went ahead and pulled this out, and even though I use this for inspiration, again, I said these are computer generated, but this is the other thing. I think this is probably one of the smaller trees. Like, this is the tree they use for that one, and then the next smallest one. So the next smallest one is this one, and I actually have space on here to do it. So what I'm going to do is run that guy through, pick a good spot. I think that one's okay, but maybe I might get a little more on there. Either way, I'm going to run this guy through, and we'll have that one, and I probably won't decorate the biggest one. That way we can still see the words behind here. And also, as far as the Merry Christmas, I think I'll run this through just like this. Of course, we're going to tape it so it doesn't move. There's some pearlescent white paper, and then I'll probably back it up and then run this through by itself through some... maybe some blue paper or something, just to bring some of that back. Something else, okay? But I'll be right back. I just want to show you this guy. Look at this. You can just see the way it cut, like, just perfectly. And look at that. The whole thing just cleaned out without much work there. Okay, let me run it, again, through some blue paper, just the outer border die. And I will be right back. So I think what I'm going to do is right now take a moment to start gluing things down and together and all that. So let's bring these guys back. Again, very different for me. I would definitely matte layer this, but I'm going to stick this down for a moment because it keeps wanting to pop open on me. Hopefully that'll be strong enough to hold that for at least a little bit. Maybe a little bit lower. Okay, so just going to glue this guy down. And then just eyeballing that center. Hold that down. And at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and stick this guy down and hold it down too while I'm here. So I'm going to put some glue right in the center, but also these very edges need glue, and they're very thin. I don't know if you can see that. The snowflake is like right on the edge. That there, put this guy here, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna hold everything down for a minute, I'll be right back. While those are getting held down, I'm going to glue these guys together. I'm gonna run it through here. It has a lot going on, so I'm trying to see what's the best. Probably again, get some glue on the back of my hand and really just get that on there. Here too. All over the Merry Christmas part, and just start at one end, make sure that's lined up pretty good, and hold this guy together. Let's see. Okay, and I'll be right back. So there is a lot going on here. I think this is going to cover up quite a bit of my little stenciling back there, but you know, it was worth a try. Again, I was just kind of using whatever was going on the inspo sheet, but again, that is also computer generated, so it's just kind of like, it may not be exactly to scale, you know. So I'm going to hold this down, and I'm not going to hold it down for too long, so what I'm going to do, well, I'm not going to physically sit here and hold it down, so what I'm trying to say is, generally what I do is I'll get something like this, and then I'll get like my Aqua Platinum 6 machine here, and then I'll put that on top of there with the plate. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here to set up for a minute. In the meantime, I am gonna grab the little star and just cut out a little something. Now we have, you know, this larger one, we have the little tiny one. You know, just depends, you want to use the same size, or maybe this guy has its own little one, but this one has a bigger one. I think that's what I'll do. I'll run this guy through some gold, and then just this little piece. I might decorate the tree more, but it already has its little stenciling, so I might just let that, you know, do the talking. So I'll be right back if that's been enough time. And that's generally what I do whenever I want something just to kind of lay flat. Just give it a little something like that. Okay, and again, so we have this larger tree if you want to use that, but again, it's covering a lot of the words, so I'm assuming it's this guy and this little guy, and that's good. And what I'm going to do before I do anything else is I'm going to stick the little star on. The other one is like a hint of a star. Hope that makes sense. That's a really cute little star though. Look at that. I like the look of it. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this, so I'm just going to put that down right there. And this little guy has his little star. And like I said, it's more of an ornament, so it has a cute little shape, but it is star-shaped in my opinion, so I'm going to use that. Aww. And I'll put dimensionals on this one too. So I was going to clean up all these little bits, and I thought, oh, you know what, I can show you like these little pieces that came out of like the snowflake. You can definitely use as decoration too for your little trees. So anyway, I'll just put those to the side. And I'm just going to pop these guys on, and that is it for today. So very different. Like I said, I normally wouldn't leave that background just empty, but looks pretty cute. I'm not going to push that down quite yet because I don't know if that's exactly where I want to put it. So let's just hold on to that for a second. And then this little guy. Aw. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I'm kind of eyeballing kind of where this is at, where this one's at. Maybe in here like that. Alright guys, well there it is. Thanks for watching. A little quick something to do with the new, I think it's called Happy Holidays Autoship, but I'll have some images coming up, and the links will be available when they're available. It's not quite yet, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.